timeless on everything. The life you cheesing, I'm cheddaring. No matter the form of the weaponry, gotta keep stalking my destiny. Time's getting worse, I'm bettering. My sin is securing, no tethering. I ain't gon' stop till I rest in peace and they put a hold on my great lettering. Every time I ain't lay back unless I'm in my 300. Circle is little cause I keep it 100. Minus my issues, I'm so hard when I'm on it. 100% and enough, I get 200. Every time, know what I'ma run from. I'm that one opponent, you don't want none from. Manual vein where my strength get pumped from. So let's go ride to the child of God. Standing toe to toe, hot now. The Lord is with me, you can't fight the rock. I got the sauce, you want mile high. It's whatever. The destiny mine, I'ma stalk it out. The strength assassin, you just bought it out. Your giant carcass, I'ma walk it out. You gon' be wishing that you wouldn't have called me out. Cause every time be on that throw down, let's get us a showdown. Come and get some, I got another go around. Big as it is, so hard they go down. Since destiny something we can't change, but quitting will stop you from great gains. And faith will make capable great things. I done decided to break pain. Lives around and call me on my A game. So speed like the A train. The thing that I'm stalking on, I gotta maintain. I'm by myself, I don't gang bang. When you wanna get in my crown, then I'm down every time, not just now and then. Yeah, I heard you got your thousands, but me, yo, I got my 10,000s. God gave me dreams doing that, I would chase them.
I'm staying focused on what I'm gonna be. I'm making it up, but I won't lose hope. 'Cause I'm still starting my destiny. I'm still starting my destiny.
Hey, good afternoon. What up, BFam1096.com. What up, Facebook? How are y'all doing? Instagram or wherever you are seeing this video. This is Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I am your host, Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. Here we discuss business and Bible basics. We believe you have a voice and it needs to be heard. Listen, if you haven't already, head over to my YouTube channel at Stalk Your Destiny. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I go live. And while you're there, share the video with somebody. Also, like I said, hit the notification bell so that you be notified as well. Also check out episodes of the Tea Time with Tara show where I interview guests and ask them what they need on their journey to stalking their destiny. Here we believe you have a voice and it needs to be heard. We are business and Bible basics. I feel like I just messed up my entire introduction just now, y'all. Sorry, I am tired. But I am Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership, y'all. Welcome to Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. We're here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Time. Thank you for tuning in today and every week that you've been here before. If it's your first time, welcome and enjoy and engage. All right. So let me know, y'all. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know how you are doing. I love to check in and ask how you are doing because people don't stop and stay. Now, I'm here for an hour. So, you can comment as much as you want and let me know how you're doing. You can chime in and let me know how you're doing or where you're tuning in from as much as you want. Because when I say people don't stop and stay, when I'm asking how you're doing, sometimes it's not just the okay part that's important. It's what's after that that matters. And so stop and stay if you can. I hope you guys brought your favorite drink. I did not today because I was so tired that I got prepared at the last minute. So I did not make me a cup of tea today. I made one early this morning, but not for the show right now. And so I hope you have your favorite drink. I hope you have your journal or notebook and pens and paper or whatever you need to take notes from the show. I hope you have your Bible. I do hope you have your Bible too, because this is business and Bible basics. Okay. And if you have not had you can get you a Tea Time Daily Journal. That's a 30-day inspiration and affirmations journal that I designed because here on the show, we do affirmations, y'all. We do food for thought. And so in that journal, there is a check-in with you. How are you doing, right? There's a place for you to write your affirmations, which we'll get into here on the show in a minute. And there is a space just for you to be encouraged, okay? So I'll tell you how you can get your hand on the Tea Time Daily Journals a little bit later in the show. So I'm going to go ahead and go into our affirmations for this week to encourage you either for this day or for this week. Okay. Our affirmations are I am, I have, and I will, right? And then we declare what kind of day we're going to have. And so here I wrote, I am learning and growing. Excuse me. I have to accept the good and leave room for the great. That's a big one, y'all. I have to accept the good and leave room for the great. Sometimes we accept the good and we think that that's all there is to it. And that's all it's ever going to be is just good. But leave room for the great to happen as well in your life. Leave room for extraordinary, y'all. So, while you're learning and growing, accept the good but leave room for better. And that doesn't mean that you're seeking it out. That doesn't mean that you're discarding whatever's in your path right now. Accepting and appreciating what you have now, but just leave room for growth. Leave room for great. Um, and then it says, I will be patient with the process, which is a really hard thing to do. And so saying it for your day or your week, I will be patient with the process just says, okay, I'm going to work my faith. I'm going to keep believing. I'm not going to give up. Like I have good, right? And I'm going to leave room for the great, but I have to believe that the great is coming. So no matter how long it takes, I'm still going to keep on believing because I'm going to be patient with this process. Okay. And then it says today will be a clear day. And I think that when this was being written, today will be a clear day. Excuse me, it kind of comes from taking the weights off of yourself, okay? It comes from just, the weights of the world can be on you. And having a clear day means you have to empty that out. You have to, as some people would say, leave it at the altar. Um, but you have to be clear of heart and mind. Okay. And in order to be clear in heart and mind, you have to be willing to learn and grow, but also you have to be willing to face the things. If we just push them down and we say that it doesn't exist, then we are building a delusion in a negative fashion, or building an illusion. Okay. And going forward in that. And so you want to be real with yourself about the state of your heart and mind, which is why it's important to check in daily. It's important to say, how do you feel today? How are you doing? What's on your mind? All of those things are in the Tea Time Daily Journal, y'all. But again, today will be a clear day. And I hope that that's a clear day for you, meaning I'm not walking around foggy. And you might, look, I was foggy yesterday. So you might have a foggy day, but we want God to come in and just clear the space. We want God to come in and clear the atmosphere of our hearts and clear the atmosphere of our minds. Okay. And so that's the affirmations. I'm not going to stay there too long today. I am learning and growing. I have to accept the good and leave room for the great. I will be patient with the process, and today will be a clear day. Okay. So our food for thought quote of the day. Our food for thought quote, as I told you all, and I will continue to let you know for the next several weeks, is coming from the book Think and Grow Rich by Napolean Hill. If you have not read this book, go ahead and read it. This is not a plug for the book. This is a plug for your life to go forward. So consider reading that book if you have never read it before. And I would say consider reading it once a year as well in your life. So the food for thought quote today says, there is a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. Okay. There's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes that he can acquire it. So you can want all day, but until you really believe that that you can take possession of that thing belongs to you, that it can be yours, that you can earn it, that you can obtain it, then it's simply a wish. It's simply a fairy tale, and that kind of goes to like vision boards. People create vision boards all the time and not necessarily taking the steps towards making those visions a reality, or not even dealing with what it takes to make those things a reality. And honestly, they have vision board parties every year, except every year people make vision boards for their life versus vision boards for the year. And so being structured in what you believe in, how, right? If you're in this season, what are you believing for? And this is shout out to Marshawn Evans Daniels, okay? Because she wrote a book. She has a whole bunch of things now, but she wrote a book called Believe Bigger, and then she has a devotional called 100 Days of Believing Bigger, and she just had a planner come out like last week. For the rest of this year, I believe in 2027. I think they sold out. And that's for Believing Bigger as well. The planner. Now, what I was saying with this is, gosh, what was I saying with her Believe Bigger? Okay, yes. She in her book. The book is not just a book to read. There is work in the book to be done if you really do want to work on believing bigger, because that's the work we have to do, is believing, like not just accepting the good, but leaving room for great. Okay. And so in the book, it's not a workbook, but in her book there is work to be done. And so it's like, what are you believing God for today? What are you believing God for this week? What are you believing God for this month? What are you believing God for in this season? What are you believing God for in this year? And so, and all those questions may not even be in there, y'all. There's something in there that caused me to write all of this out. I believe some of those questions, if not all, are in her book. Okay. But God may have prompted me to write more, as he usually does. And so still asking these questions will let you know, what am I focused on today? Every day, what am I believing God for today? And that's how you make your declarations for the day too. I'm believing God for a clear heart and a clear mind. I'm believing God for expansion. I'm believing God for the opportunity for love, the opportunity for career, the opportunity for added income, the opportunity for reconciliation, the opportunity for forgiveness, right? What are you believing God for? And so here in this food for thought quote, it just says that there's a difference um between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. And you're not ready to receive it until you believe that you can acquire it. Okay. And so most times too, let's talk about like with forgiveness. Most times people don't ask for forgiveness until they have dealt with and wrestled with whatever wrong they did right first. You don't just say, and you can tell when people just be like, oh, well, forgive me then. And they don't care at all about how you feel about it. They're just like, oh, forgive me, because they want to be off the hook. But when people really come asking you and seeking for forgiveness, they have wrestled with that thing. They may be pained that they pained you, in any form of way, And so they believe that they're in a place where you can forgive them now. They believe that maybe time has gone by, or they've done the work, or whatever it is. So they believe that they can receive that. And so whatever it is, like these old vision board things and all of that, and I'm not even staying on vision boards, just period for your life, like whatever it is you're really hoping for, whatever it is you're really wishing for or thinking that you can have, believing for it moves you towards action. Believing for it moves you towards action. So just like doing the work and believe bigger, it will change you. It changes the trajectory of your life. It will change you. It will have you sit down with yourself and God and go over a whole lot of things. I mean, I hope for you it does. For me, like I said, God gave me more questions and more work to do than was in the book. But even with that, you'll have more inner work to do, right? And so believing is something that requires action, or it yields you to action. Okay. Just like I tell you guys that love is action. Like you can say, I love you all day and it sounds good. I really don't care that you love me. That's cute. Show me, show me what that looks like. You know, and we credit love to a lot of people and a lot of things in a lot of different ways, right? But the actions of love will tell you really if a person loves you, how a person loves you, where you rate on their scales of love. Like, love is an action. It's a decision to act. Okay. And y'all always say this too, like it's in the actions of love are the fruit of the spirit. The actions of love are the fruit of the spirit. Okay. And so if you believe that you're ready for love and you believe you can acquire love and all of those things, um, believing it again yields to actions. So you would be in that position of giving that thing out. You would be in position to receive those things as well. And so again, this says that there's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. And we all wish for so many flights of fancy. Thank you, social media, for that. You know, you see a house, you're like, oh, I want this. You see somebody listen, I see people on social media that are actively doing the work every single day. Every single day, they are on social media. They are encouraging the world. I wish I had that much to talk about. I don't. I don't care how many books or products you think I have. I do not have the capacity at this time. I don't have the capacity to have a prolonged career where I am every day delivering a message to you. I need more time with God. I need more time. I don't know, you know. But I wish now you can hear it. Like you can hear what I said. I wish I was in the position to do what they are doing. I wish, you know, that I could make it make sense for me in my life, right? But for now, that's just a wish. That's just a wish because I love seeing people get on with what 3 minutes every day. They have something to say for 3 minutes every day, 3 to 10 minutes every single day. They are consistent, okay? Or 15 to 45 minutes every day. People are live. People are live. Some people are live for up to 4 hours a day. Every day, y'all. This is literally their job. And I love it for them. I love their commitment and their consistency, right? But right now, I don't believe that I have the capacity to do that. And so I can't acquire that in this state of mind. I can't acquire that for all these other reasons that I feel I don't have the capacity to do it. Okay. Which, again, more things play roles in that in terms of like environment, in terms of life challenges, in terms of scheduling, right? There's a lot of components here that play a role in it. So, really think about those things, the things you wish for. Are you like not just believing that you can acquire it? Do you believe you have the capacity to sustain it? Do you believe that? Because sustainability is really the thing that's for longevity, y'all. I mean, if you're just looking for a quick viral video, then, you know, even still, if you're still looking for a quick viral video, there's no such thing as a quick viral video. Those people have worked for a long time and then they happen to go viral. Those people put in a lot of work you didn't see. Are you willing to do that? Do you believe that you can overcome those days with no visibility? Do you believe that? Now, I am someone who believes like I'm a billionaire. I have met people and told them I am a billionaire. I have the work ethic. I have the maybe I need more work ethic. I'm probably harder on myself than anybody. I think I need more, you know, tighten up. However, what I mean is I've done the work. I have the things, but there's more, there's something different ahead in order for that to become a harvest, right? A repeated harvest at that. And so are you really weighing what it takes to obtain what it is you wish for? And do you believe that it's yours and you can have it? Okay. Again, there's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. That is from the book Think and Grow Rich by Napolean Hill. That is our food for thought quote for today and this week. So take that into your conversations, take that into your thought process for this week. Okay. Our devotional comes from Hebrews chapter 11. And I am going to read verses 1 through 6. Okay. Now it goes right hand in hand with this food for thought quote. Okay. It says, now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was made out of what was not visible. By faith, Abel offered God a better sacrifice than Cain did. By faith, he was commended as a righteous man when God spoke well of his offerings. And by faith, he still speaks even though he is dead. By faith, Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found because God had taken him away. For before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. Okay? So it's saying faith is being sure of what we hope for and what we do not see, right? You got a vision? Good. Hold on to that vision, right? But then here, we must believe, right? And without faith, it's impossible. Okay? Without that believing, without that, and that faith is a walk. I'm telling y'all, these things are action words. Love, action. Forgiveness, action. Believing, action. Faith, action. Hope, action. Right? How do we put hope into action? Oh man, these words are action words, y'all. These words are action words. And if you're not ready to act, go sit down. Shut up a little bit. Be quiet. Stop talking about it. Because talk is cheap, very cheap. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about the people that are speaking those things that be not as though they were. Those people are working towards it. It's action being put into it, working your faith, believing and moving towards that thing, right? And so even Einstein had said something similar to these things in terms of how we create things, right? Our imagination is where we see the thing. It's not visible to others. It's only visible to us in our minds. And so we have the faith that what we see, we can create, right? For me, if I can draw it on paper, if I can do a book layout, if I can design a pitch deck, if I can design a house on paper, I can make that thing a reality. I can not stage a house, but yeah, basically, I can arrange any room in the house if I can draw it on paper, right? If I want to write a book, I can lay the book out on paper. Then I can create it. Pitch decks. Let me draw it out first. If I can draw it on paper, I can design it. I can design it. A lot of us now in this time, and I'm going to say it and do what you want to do with this information because it's your life. It's your opinion. This is mine. Welcome to Tea Time with TARAH. I'm TARAH. Okay. A lot of us are utilizing AI for creative things, creative thinking, creative wording, creative structure, and forgetting not the people that are using it to advance their businesses as an extra whatever, right? But many of us are utilizing AI and forgetting that we have an imagination of our own, forgetting that we have the capability to do everything we're asking AI to do, that we have the mind and capability to do it, right? You can make what you see in your own mind a reality. You can do it. You have the creative mind to do it, right? But it takes faith and patience and action and hope and loving what it is that you want to see come to life, right? You can make those things a reality. Don't forget that. Okay. Like I mentioned Einstein for a reason. Don't forget how intelligent you are versus artificial intelligence. Don't forget how creative you are versus training artificial intelligence to be as creative as you. Don't forget you can do this. You can write a book. You have a brain. Don't forget that. You can create. You're amazing, right? Don't forget that with faith in you, believing in you, right? That you are capable, that you can do it. You can manage, you can overcome these things, right? You're equipped to do so. Okay. And then here I wrote, where have you put your faith? Okay. I don't know if I'm behind or what time is it? I am behind. That's interesting. I thought I was on time, y'all, with my time sheet. I find it funny that I think I'm on time with my time sheet and I'm actually behind on the time with my time sheet. That's funny. But still, here we go. Where have you put your faith? Where have you put your faith? Did you put your faith in the raggedy relationship? I know I'm not the only one that's guilty of trusting things that are not the best. Trying to see the best in people, having hope for those things, and you put your faith in that. Oh, putting your hope in it. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. We're human. If you desire something, go after it. Hope for that thing. Be excited about the opportunity for it, right? But have faith that the real thing is coming too. Have faith that, what does it say? It says, now faith is being sure of what we hope for. Be sure of what you desire mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, right? Emotionally, spiritually. Be certain about that. Be sure, right? And certain of what we do not see. This is just saying, like, grow that faith in you. Like one of my friends always says, like, it's a muscle. Things are a muscle. She's like, this is the muscle. You have to work at it. Yeah, work at believing. Work at your faith. There's a song by Jay Moss that says, work your faith. I think that's what it's called. Work your faith, right? Put your faith to the test for whatever it is you desire. And at the end of it, y'all, just don't stop believing. When you have faith and you feel like, well, that failed me, and now I'm disappointed, now I'm discouraged, I'm embarrassed, right? We've all felt those things. Like down and out. We've all felt those different ways, right? So this is when you just have to say, like, right, what does it say here? Accept the good and leave room for the great. Sometimes the things that cause us to be disappointed or discouraged and all of that, it's not that it was even bad. It just didn't work out. That job you wanted, it just didn't turn out to be what you wanted it to be. The house you bought just had a few more problems than you were able or willing to deal with, right? That car you wanted was a bit more expensive than you could, now we're faced with challenges of the things we hoped for. And that's discouraging sometimes. It's embarrassing sometimes because you can't afford it, or, you didn't expect it to go that way, right? It doesn't mean those things were bad. Okay. That relationship shifted, that friendship shifted or ended, right? It doesn't mean those things were bad, right? But this is where we have to turn towards great. This is where we can't stay in the bad. We got to move forward to the great, right? Because if you're deserving of it, there's a book. There is a book called From Good to Great in God's Eyes. Now, if you don't want to read the book, then look up Chip Ingram on YouTube, and he has the audio of the book, of him teaching it, right? From Good to Great in God's Eyes. It's like 10 different sermons. Y'all, it's really good. Again, it's life-changing. So I don't know who's listening today, but I'm just imagining that you're ready for a life change, because I'm telling you, Believe Bigger by MARSHAWN Evans Daniels. I'm telling you, Think and Grow Rich by Napolean Hill. And I'm telling you, Chip Ingram, From Good to Great in God's Eyes. Okay? So consider those things. Take those things with you. That was Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 through 6, y'all. Keep on believing. Keep your faith. Okay? And if you need more tools, if you need more tools, you can visit my website at www.stalkyourdestiny.com. There you can find my 12-book devotional series, Earthly Branches, that you can utilize while you're fasting, or just if you want to grow in your relationship with God, or just in your personal development, right? You can find the Earthly Branches, a 12-book devotional series there. You can also find a book that I'm using right now, one of my journals. It's called Turn It All Around. One is for men, one is for women, but it's really just a color preference on the cover, okay? And so right now I'm utilizing that, which is really about going from venting to praying, okay? But also the way that God showed me to use it this morning is that I am using it for pain points, right? Sometimes you need to release things that you're holding on to on the inside. You got to go from good to great. And sometimes going from good to great means you need to purge, right? Or you need to be cleansed, right? And so God told me to vent about my pain points. Now, in this book, in this journal, there's you venting about it. So you're saying, what is the problem? You're identifying what is the problem. You're identifying lessons that came from this. You're identifying gratitude. Right? What am I grateful for because of this thing, right? What did I learn, which was the lessons? And then how can I cover this in prayer? Where do I need God to come in on these pain points, right? And so you can utilize those journals for whatever you need to utilize them for, to go from venting or being angry or being in pain to gratefulness and to prayer and trusting and believing God to work through you as you work on those things. You can check out my other books and planners as well. I have a line of accountability tools and planners as well on there. But while you're on the website at stalkyourdestiny.com, click the live and on-air link, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and consider becoming a sponsor for the show. The sponsorship packages are listed there. However, if you want to make an offer of your own in terms of sponsorship, you can also still click Become a Sponsor or send me a message through the website. Now, if you love the show and you're here all the time and you say, well, I don't want to become a sponsor, but I would love to make a donation. You can make a donation by simply going to the website, www.stalkyourdestiny.com, and clicking the donate button. You can donate whatever amount you wish. Sponsorships begin at $50 and go up from there. Donations are whatever you desire to donate to the show. And while you're on the website, you can check out other articles or interviews that I have been on or featured in on the website as well. So check out www.stalkyourdestiny.com, y'all. Consider becoming a sponsor or telling somebody about it, and consider donating or purchasing a book or journal or planner for yourself or for somebody else for business and personal development, y'all. Okay. Now we're going to have a commercial from one of our sponsors.
Approved GLP-1 weight loss pill. Weight loss has never looked like this. Now you can live lighter by losing weight. People taking Wegovy pill lost over 30 pounds, and some lost over 47 pounds. The power of Wegovy now in the palm of your hand. Weight loss with Wegovy isn't a shortcut. It's a way forward.
Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation or stomach problems. Low blood sugar, and people not take medicines for it. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes, heart racing at rest, or any medicine. thoughts of suicide may occur. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
Live lighter by losing weight and keeping it off. Get started for less. Ask your prescriber about Wegovy Pill today.
All right, now our business topic of the week is invest in risks. So take a chance. And our topics are literally coming from the ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny. This is my 10th year of Tea Time with TARAH, not the radio show, the entire brand of Tea Time with TARAH. This is the 10th year for Tea Time with TARAH. And so the first year that I taught Tea Time with TARAH in the community, I ended up writing my book Permeate. And so that's where these topics again they're included in the book Permeate, but they are derivative as well from the ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny. Permeate was the book that was written first based on what I taught. The ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny is just based on the ABCs, the ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny, going from A to Z, literally. And so with Permeate also, and these topics that I'm teaching for the next several weeks, it's really about stepping into your wealth, and investing is a big part of that, and the different things that we invest in, because it's more than just about the money. A lot of people are not ready for the money, right? You got to challenge all these other things. And so it all works together. Okay. And so investing in risks. Now that could be about money, because when we talk about like investing or trading or anything like that, that really is a long game. And I know everyone wants to get rich quick, but investing is a long game, and you have to be willing to take the risk, right? Willing to put up your money in order to see it grow, and then willing to watch it go up and down. Like the stock market goes up and down. With trading, it goes up and down, and things just grow over time, right? This is why you play the long game with this. And so it's a risk. Believing in yourself is a big risk, because what if no one else around you believes in you? What if all you've heard all your life is you're not good enough? Nobody's ever going to see you. And you have to keep taking that risk. What if your family is against what you want to do or be in your life, right? You have to take the risk to trust in yourself. You have to take the risk to believe enough, right? And so investing in risks is about weighing your options. It is about making sure that you are thinking about yourself, considering you, right? Because if you don't consider you, no one will. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I'm so tired, y'all. So please excuse me for these yawning moments. But if you don't invest in you or take the risk and take a chance, right? Taking a chance and betting on you. If you don't do that, and other people can, right? Sometimes people come along and they take a chance on you before you even believe in yourself, because that can cause you, they are encouraging you and hopefully motivating and inspiring you to believe in yourself, right? But the thing about that is that eventually you're going to have to show up for you. Eventually in that, you're going to have to believe somewhere along the line that you're worthy of it. Like it reminds me of the movie Precious, where she was like, I'm not good at nothing. I'm just stupid, or whatever. And the lady's like, Blue, the teacher, is like, I believe in you. I love you, or whatever. Basically just saying like, I'm here for you. Sometimes it does take a person showing up, and it could be a stranger, saying, I think you can do it. Sometimes that's all it takes. It's just that one person to take a chance on you. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do X, Y, and Z. But guess what? It's up to you to rise to the occasion. So many times, like, I don't know if y'all like sports movies. I like biopics that are really sports related. I don't know why, but I do. And so in those, it's really like, okay, son or daughter, I'm gonna give you a chance, right? I'm gonna give you a chance to work with me. And I think the movie I'm thinking of right now is like maybe the movie Big, or is one of them. Big George Foreman is one of the movies, right? And or like Rocky, not Rocky, Creed. Okay, Creed. Where basically they're saying, okay, I'm gonna work with you, but we start at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So be here at 4:50 sharp. You know, will you show up and rise to the occasion of your own life? I really think that this season of life is about rising to your own occasion, rising up to your own occasion. That is a risk for you because it challenges you like, oh, I really have to get up and do my part. Yes. Yes, you do. Like I believe that God set me down from life coaching because I'm not pulling none of you up anymore. I'm not pulling you up anymore. I will stand and wait on you. I will wait on you. When you rise to your own occasion, I will be here ready, willing, able, rooting for you, right? But if you don't get the hell up yourself, I can't take more of a chance on you than you're willing to take on yourself. Now that's a risk I would have to be willing to take, right? I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to take a chance on you. I believe in you. But if you don't rise to the occasion and bet on you and take a chance in you, there's nothing that anyone can do for you. Nothing. If you don't believe in you, there's nothing I can keep pouring into you if you keep smacking what I'm pouring into you out the way. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's a fight, right? The person pouring sometimes has to, especially when it's an adult and a child, sometimes a person has to keep pouring for a while. They have to pour at their capacity, right? Because the other person just has to understand, like, I actually am worth it. Somebody stuck around, right? They took a chance on me. Now, sometimes it takes time, right? That's not something that you just say, oh, I'm here one day and that's it. No. But if I say I'm gonna show up for you and you don't show up, then I may say, we're gonna try this again tomorrow. I'm gonna be here. I need you to be here. We're gonna start at 5 a.m. I need you here at 4:50 a.m. sharp. You gonna show up or no? Okay? Because that's a risk. And the thing about it too is that there's something else attached to it. You're not just getting up, showing up at that time or at that place or in that venue, you're in that way. You're not getting up and showing up for yourself for nothing. You're getting up and showing up for yourself, going back to the food for thought quote, because you believe that it can be yours. Nobody's practicing to be a champion and don't believe they're going to win the championship. Okay? Nobody is going to school to be a chef that does not believe they're going to be a chef. Nobody's getting up every day life coaching people who doesn't believe that they're going to keep life coaching and actually change someone's life positively, impact someone's life positively, right? So you have to rise to the occasion of your own life, okay? And so here it says, taking a chance knowing that God covers, okay? And also I'm gonna say, and taking a leap of faith, I'm gonna run these together because of what I want to share with it is taking a chance knowing God covers. I believe I've shared with you all before, but I'm gonna share again that I packed up, I gave up everything when I was in St. Louis, gave up everything to follow God, to do what God told me to do, right? And I now tell people I took a leap of faith and fell into a river of sinking sand. That is wild and crazy. Okay. It's wild and crazy, right? However, knowing that, like when I was leaving town, other people's faith was stretched because I was leaving with nothing. I left most of my house furnished. Okay. I left my children here with their dad. I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get a house, or a place. I didn't have a job, right? I still had my business, but I didn't have enough clients to say, oh yeah, I'm good. I got savings. I have this, I have that. No, God literally sent friends and family to me to help. Like they were saying, God told them to come and give me certain amounts of money for this trip because my faith was so big. God impacted their faith and moved them to act, to get in alignment with me for what God was telling me to do. God spoke to their hearts to do it. I didn't ask these people for anything. They said, Tara, what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I don't know. And I didn't know. I had no clue. They're like, where you gonna stay? I don't know. I made a reservation at a hotel. I have enough for that, or whatever. And so taking a chance, knowing that God covers, when you take your leap of faith and stuff, God did cover. Okay. He may not have covered the way I thought. My plans were totally different from his plans. And we have to make peace with that. And that's hard to do. It's hard to make peace with it when you're in the act of it, right? But nevertheless, I would not have stayed and remained in St. Louis knowing that God told me to get up and go. I would not have done that. I would have rather taken the chance on me, betting on what God told me, betting on the evidence of him speaking to other people and telling them to support this move. Okay? Other people took risks too because of my faith. Where is your faith? How big is it? Are you willing to invest in you? If nobody gave me any money, I was leaving town, y'all. I was doing what God said. If nobody gave me anything, I was still going. If no one does anything for you, can you still believe what God tells you to do? Can you still believe what you are being led forward to walk right into? Right? Can you take that leap of faith? This is really all about you. This ain't about doing nothing for nobody else. This is not about impressing anybody else. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I do not care to impress anybody. I'm not here for your show. Every time I show up here on this show, I don't care to impress y'all. I'm showing you me. I'm showing up for me. And the days that I can't, the days that I don't have the capacity to, I don't. I don't. Because there's a work being done here. I would love to be here every Monday for an entire year and not miss a day. I would love to be here every Monday with you all. But I'm still in the process of things. Life happens. Sometimes things happen, like my children, okay? My health, and things like that. So I haven't been able to do it, but I'm still here. I don't show up for a show. This is not a show for me. This is transformation for you and me and whoever you share it with, right? That's what this is for. So it's a risk, taking a chance every day. You never know how many people are going to listen into you, how many lives you will change. Like, you just never know. You never know the impact you have by showing up for somebody and saying, I freaking believe in you. And I don't even know you. And I just know God's going to move in your life. I just know that you're going to be so blessed. Like, I just know it. I know that if you don't give up and you bet on you and you trust and believe God, like if you take that leap of faith that God is guiding you to take, you're going to be blessed for it. We can't always say how, y'all. We can't always say how these blessings show up in our lives. Because again, like this whole season of life right now, like this whole season of life is the part of a movie where they say, where they show you a couple of flashes of things of the person doing something, right? And then it says like, oh, 3 years later. Like that time span of the flashes of video, right? Covered 3 years of time. Can you imagine if movies really showed you the extent of how long someone was in that space? Right? And I'm just saying, this is where I'm at in my life, right? You taking a chance on me every time you tune in. You don't know what I'm gonna say. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm gonna talk about. What is she gonna talk about today? Right? What is she gonna do today? So you're taking a risk every time you tune in. You're taking a chance also on the fact that you might be encouraged to go do the thing that was on your heart to do in the first place. You just might be inspired to be who God called you to be. You just might start believing in yourself. Right? So you're worth the risk. Take it. Take the chance and bet on you. Now, y'all, I'm just gonna go ahead and recap this. But also, when I say no, I'm not gonna recap it just yet. This part right here. Take the chance knowing that God covers, even if it does not look like what you hoped it would look like. Okay. Take the chance knowing that God covers and God is a promise keeper, even when you are embarrassed, discouraged, hurting, right? Mourning. Even when you're excited about what's next and you don't see it yet. Trust that God is making a way for you. And trust that if you look back, they say 2020 is a hindsight. But if you just look at your track record, look at God's track record, right? And not the way you wanted it to look, but did he cover you? Did he cover you? Right? And so I can say that when I took that leap of faith and fell into a river of sinking, saying that God has been keeping me. Have I been pissed the hell off? Absolutely. With people, places, and things, yes, I have been pissed off. Have I cried? So much. So much, because when you have to sit down and trust God and ride his boat, you're not the captain. You're not in control. No, and God knows your desires and he knows your heart, right? And he's covering you, right? You don't get to make a way out of no way for you. God's going to do it. And the only way that he's going to get that glory is if you sit the hell down. And I'm saying that being the person in this season who I've still traveled. I've been very blessed by the people who just were like, I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not saying to sit down and be a person that's a taker. I'm saying that when people see you getting up being a giver, when people see you getting up working your faith, when people see you doing what you need to do to impact the world, they get behind that. They get behind that. When people see your faith in God and they see you moving towards that thing, y'all, God covers you. People get behind it. And I'm getting emotional about it because I'm just really thinking about it. How blessed you can be in your low position. Like, keep your faith, okay? Because sometimes your faith try to run out on you, okay? It tries to run out on you. But again, if you look back and see that God covers all, that his plans are for your good, okay? That his goodness is coming after you. Don't stop believing, right? That's a risk. Take that risk. Take that chance, okay? Invest in you. Invest in what you believe and know that God can and will do in your life. Trust that, okay? So our affirmations for the week are, I am learning and growing. I have to accept the good and leave room for the great. I will be patient with the process. And today will be a clear day, clear of heart and mind, right? Our food for thought quote for the day is, there is a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. And our devotion for today came from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 through 6, simply about faith being the substance of things we hope for and the evidence of things we do not see, and working your imagination. Things come to life from what God shows you internally, and you create them externally, believing that you can, okay? And standing in that too, okay? And our business topic of the week is invest in risks, taking a chance. Again, if you want to become a sponsor, if you want to donate, check out the website www.stalkyourdestiny.com. There you can also read interviews or look at podcasts that I have been on and featured in. Okay. You can also purchase your copy of the ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny, Permeates, any planner or journal you may need, like the Turn It All Around journal or the Tea Time Daily Journal. You can also check out the Earthly Branches, a 12-book devotional series, which I have taught on this show and will teach again in the future as well. All right. We're here every Monday, y'all, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Time. This is Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I am your host, Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. Here we believe you have a voice and it needs to be heard. We are business and Bible basics. If you have not, please head over to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, my YouTube channel at Stalk Your Destiny. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I go live, post a short or a new video of the Tea Time with Tara show. Okay. And also share that with somebody. Until then, I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you have a beautiful week. I hope you consider what's been said here, share it with somebody, talk about it with somebody, and take care of you. I'll see y'all next week, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central, right here on Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. Bye.
I'm steady chasing, I'm staying focused. I'm gonna win. I'm making that down, but I won't lose ground. 'Cause I'm still stuck in my destiny. I'm still stuck in my destiny.
Every time it's on everything, the life you choosing, I'm cheddering. No matter the form of the weaponry, gotta keep stalking my destiny. Time's getting worse, I'm bettering. My sin is secure, ain't no tethering. I ain't gonna stop till I rest in peace and they put a hold on my great lettering. Every time, I ain't lay back unless I'm in my 300. Circle is little, cause I keep it 100. Minus my issues, I'm so hard when I'm on it. 100% ain't enough, I get 200. Every time, know what I'ma run from. I'm that one opponent, you don't want none from. Manual vet where my strength get pumped from. So let's go back to the child of God. Standing toe to toe, no hot now. The Lord is with me, you can't fight the rock. I got the sauce, you want my to hide. The destiny mine, I'ma stalk it out. The strength is asking, you just bought it out. Your giant carcass, I'ma walk it out. You gon' be wishing that you wouldn't have come me out. Cause every time be on that throw down, let's get us a showdown. Come and get some, I got another go around. Big as it is, so hard they go down. Since destiny something we can't change, but quitting will stop you from great gains. And faith will make capable great things. I done decided to break pain. Lives around and call me on my A game. So speed like the A train. The thing that I'm stalking on, I gotta maintain. I'm by myself on gang bang. When you want to get in my crown, then I'm down every time, not just now and then. Yeah, I heard you got your thousands, but me, yo, I got my 10,000s. God gave me dreams doing that, I would chest it.
I'm steady chasing, I'm staying focused on what I'm gonna be. I'm making it up, but I won't lose ground. 'Cause I'm still stuck in my destiny. I'm still stuck in my destiny.